teacher talk, oh teacher talk, having fun with everybody. Why are those boys so crazy? I guess they were born that way. We're speaking in English, we're doing it real slow. So come on, everybody, hope that you enjoy the show.
I think that's the first time I've heard that one.
Oh, that's the country music
That is the country music
Opening.
one. Yeehaw.
by our good friend DJ Ben Key.
Yeah.
Space Dragon, Ben.
One of my uncles who married my mom's sister always wore cowboy boots.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He was he a cowboy or was he just liked the boots?
He was a trucker. I think he drove like cement trucks in San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just
He just always wore
Maybe.
cowboy boots.
in his mind
He was a cowboy.
he
I-
wanted to be a cowboy.
I believe perhaps in something like the 1960s or 70s, he worked on the Alaskan pipeline, which I guess was an oil pipeline, like welding or something.
Okay, so he's a real man.
He was a real manly man.
Trucker,
Uncle
cement.
Ken. Uncle Ken. Manly man.
Mixing cement in his cowboy.
That's right.
boots.
That's right.
Howdy, partner.
Something like
You need cement? I'm your man.
I'm your man with the cowboy boots.
It's very American.
He was very American.
Cowboy boots.
He was very much heavy drinker American.
Drinking
for sure.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Smoking Marlboro
Yep,
cigarettes.
yep.
Mixing cement
All that stuff. Yeah.
in his cowboy
Yeah,
boots.
Yeah.
Are you a proud American, Big Rich?
No. But I have issue with the word pride.
You have an issue with the word pride.
Yeah. You can't be proud of something you didn't accomplish. I didn't accomplish being an American.
So you don't think people should be proud of their country?
I don't think you should be proud of something you didn't do.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, you can be proud of other people. Like when my daughter does something, she's 2, so when she draws a good circle,
Right.
I'm like, great job.
Yeah, she did something.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. No, I have no problem being proud of myself or other people,
Yeah, but isn't a country just a bunch of people?
but I didn't do it.
Yeah, but I didn't draw the circle
But
for my daughter.
okay, someone did something.
Yeah,
Right.
but she's part of my family, and so
But
I'm
she
proud
did
of
but
her.
she did something.
So
No one did America.
well, the Americans made America.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. I guess the Canadians made America then.
Well, nobody
You're welcome.
like the people who wrote the Constitution did America. The rest of us are just reaping the benefit.
Right. So you don't think people should be proud for no reason, just because they're from a country.
Okay. This is exactly how I will answer it in a more positive way. I'm happy I'm an American because it's one of probably about half a dozen to 24 countries that I would be happy to be born into. I didn't achieve being an American. I didn't
Right.
do anything to be an American.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm proud that I graduated university and worked hard.
Are you proud of your president, President Trump?
I didn't do the president, so I wouldn't be proud of it. No.
Yeah. A lot of people feel very strongly about the new president.
I don't. He doesn't affect my life. I'm actually kind of happy that he's president, only in terms of he just does things differently. And he's not just part of this like similar way of being a president that most presidents
He's
are.
not part of the political machine.
No, he's wacky and often says really weird stuff. But like his first presidency, I would call him drunk uncle.
He's like your drunk uncle.
He says stupid stuff at Christmas, but you still invite him every year. You know,
Okay.
like I don't fear drunk uncle like so many people do. He's just drunk uncle.
Gotcha.
Like I'm also happy that the American system is the way it is. It's a great system where if you disagree with the current president, well, it will change in 4 years. It will change. It's not a dictator. It's not permanent, and the system holds.
So
The system doesn't change. Does anybody lose any rights when any new president comes in? No.
okay.
It's the same. Our lives are
So
basically
you think everyone should just calm down?
Calm
It's,
down.
it's just drunk Uncle Trump.
Yeah. And any sort of like people who don't like him, well, the system holds. The courts are separate. The legislature is separate.
Okay.
The states are separate. Don't worry.
All right.
We're going to survive.
Well, Rich,
Yes, sir.
this is
Uh-oh. What are you getting to?
well, I feel kind of
Are you
proud.
Okay. You can I'm not going to say no one else can
No,
be proud. I'm just saying,
I feel a little bit proud because apparently
Hey.
Donald Trump is a fan of our podcast.
That is super. I can't tell whether you're lying or not, but I'm going to go with this.
Well, we talked about having friends in high places.
Friends in high places,
We talked about having connections.
connections.
And apparently, someone who works for Donald Trump,
Are you okay? Keep going.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
I'm 100% serious.
Hey.
Someone who works very closely with Donald Trump is a really big fan of our show.
Okay.
And, Trump is, he likes strange things, like
He does.
he's into pro wrestling and
He was like
he kind of likes stupid stuff. And this big fan of ours who works very closely with Donald Trump showed him our podcast.
really.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Yeah, and he really liked it.
Okay.
And he kind of, who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Who's this guy, Abe?
Asking about me in particular. And I guess the guy working for, our fan
Right.
in the Trump administration, oh, it's this guy who lives in Japan. His name's Abe. He's from Canada,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And he sent me a message.
Okay.
Donald Trump
Cool.
sent me a message.
That's cool. Are you proud to receive the
Kind
message?
of. Yeah. I mean, he's the president of the United States.
He has been.
That's pretty.
Twice now.
That's a pretty big deal.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's a video message.
Is it?
Yeah. Would you like to see it?
I would love to see it.
Okay, hold on. I'll play it here on
Abe
the.
Lawson, smart guy. I've known him a long time, frankly. He's doing a fantastic job with a podcast. His podcast is tremendous. A lot of people are talking about it.
Tremendous.
A lot of people are listening. Other podcasts by other foreign people in Japan, frankly terrible. Disasters, but Abe's very smart, and he's doing fantastic. We love Abe. We love Canada. We're going to make it the 51st state.
Thanks, Donald.
Wow. Man, you got the shout out.
Yeah.
You got the shout out.
How
Love it.
about that? Isn't that cool?
That's a cool shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's him.
He took the time to specifically say Abe.
Abe Lawson.
Yeah.
He said my
Yeah.
last name.
That's
too.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. You're lucky. You're a lucky man.
He said our show.
Yeah.
He said it's tremendous.
It's tremendous.
And he said the other foreigners in Japan doing
Yeah.
podcasts
Suck.
is a
Basically.
disaster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
his style, though.
you know,
That's his
Donald-
Style. That's his style.
no need to be mean to the
Yeah.
other shows,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's very nice to
Lucky.
get these
You're-
compliments.
Wow. High places, man.
Do you
High-
want to watch one more time?
I totally want to watch
love
one more
this
time.
Video. It's
Yeah.
so nice to see
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Taking the time.
being so kind
Yeah.
to
the
me, to
podcast.
us.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look.
Abe Lawson, smart guy. I've known him a long time, frankly. He's doing a fantastic job with a podcast. His podcast is tremendous. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are listening. Other podcasts by other foreign people in Japan. Frankly terrible.
Frankly,
Terrible.
terrible.
Disasters, but Abe's very smart and he's doing fantastic. We love Abe. We love Canada. We're going to make it the 51st state.
So this is exciting. Like,
Opening line. How long have you known each other?
well, he says he's known me a long time. I think Trump just says,
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
drunk uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
Known him forever.
Michael Jackson, he was my best friend.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Michael Jackson will be like, actually, we only met once.
Yeah. Known him for a long
But
while.
still, it's very nice. Anyway, we have now this connection to the most powerful man in the world.
Honestly,
some people
yes.
say,
Some people say, yeah.
the leader of America.
Right.
So I was texting with our fan,
The administration.
the
basically.
connection
Yeah.
guy, and he said, yeah, if you guys ever want to ask Trump a question,
Holy cow, would love to.
yeah, if he said send us your questions. He's very busy, but he'll
Get to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He said for you, Abe, for Teacher Talk,
Yeah.
he will take the time,
time.
to answer
Wow.
any question
Wow.
that we have. But I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump and the whole.
You don't have to be.
I don't hate him. I don't love him. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. I hope the wars end around the world. That's all I'll say. If he can do that, I think that would be cool. Anyway, I don't want to bother him about political stuff.
Right. You'd want to ask like something interesting.
Yeah. So I want our listeners to have the chance to directly ask Donald Trump any question they want.
Extending it to the listeners is awesome.
Yeah. So listeners, you guys, this is amazing. If anyone has any question for Donald Trump, send us your question and we will ask Donald Trump for you.
Cool.
And he'll send I guess
video.
another video.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the direct
But
connection.
one thing though, guys, one thing.
Okay.
No politics.
No politics.
Let's make this like friends.
Right.
He likes us.
Right.
I don't want to talk about politics. Like, hey,
Right.
hey, Trump, hey, drunk uncle.
Right.
You want to be friends? Okay, we can have a beer.
Yeah. Like, what's your favorite whiskey?
I don't want to talk about
No.
complicated
You don't want to do that.
political
You don't want to do
topics.
that.
But if you have any question, personal question
Right.
for Donald Trump,
Right.
send us your question.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I wonder what question I would ask him.
Well, anything you want, Rich. I'll ask him right now. Really, right now. Tell
Right
me
now?
what you want to ask him. Probably in like 24 hours, he'll send a reply.
What would I ask him? I think I would ask something really weird, like, what's your favorite food to cook?
I don't think Donald Trump cooks.
But that's part of the reason why I would ask him, to see if he cooks, and then what would his answer be? Like, I don't cook, but.
I can't imagine Donald Trump cooking. Can you?
Not really. I don't.
Add a little bit of salt.
Yeah. But I think that's why I would ask.
Got to stir it up.
Right.
Got to stir it up
Gotta
a
start
lot.
it a lot. Yeah.
I want this relationship to be a positive one.
Boxers or briefs.
Can you imagine? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What kind of underwear do you wear? I mean, could you imagine if we ask the wrong question and then he gets really mad at us?
Yeah. That'd be interesting. What would be the wrong
That would
question?
be scary, Rich.
He probably would just walk away.
Who knows what he'd do?
Yeah, right. Sick the Secret
What
Service.
if he
on
gets upset? So, let's keep the
Keep it-
questions,
Keep it
light and
Keep it
fun.
light. Keep
Yeah.
it light.
Can't.
Which is better, McDonald's or Burger King?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good question.
Because I think he famously does eat fast food.
McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. There's a picture of him eating McDonald's on his airplane, and
Yeah.
yeah.
during the presidential run, he worked at McDonald's or something for a spell.
Yeah, that's like for basically just for the picture.
Right.
Look at me working in McDonald's like a everyday normal guy. Anyway, guys, send us your questions for Donald Trump.
That'd be
This is
interesting.
great. We've got a connection
A connection
to
the Trump.
the Trump administration. This is great. Speaking of questions,
Yes.
we do have a question.
Okay. Ooh.
Got a question, don't be shy. 'Cause Abe and Rich are
Real nice guy. Here it comes, Rich. Don't hold back.
Oh, bracing for it.
got a question,
Don't hold back.
'cause Rich and Abe
We're lots of what?
Ooh. I like the ooh at the end. I love it. I love it.
If you've got a question, don't be shy, because Abe and Rich are real nice guys.
guys.
If you've got a question, don't hold back,
Don't hold back.
because Abe and Rich will answer that. A question, Rich.
Yes, sir.
Question. This comes from Russia.
Russia. Love it.
Our
our friend in Russia or Russia, our friend?
our friend in Russia,
Okay.
because we have a friend,
Who we just call Russia here
Yeah.
in Japan. Yeah.
a Russian guy, who
Okay. This is,
his nickname was Russia.
yeah.
We just called him Russia.
I don't even remember his real name.
His real name was Lunia.
Lunyo.
It's like impossible to
Right.
say his name.
Russia.
Lunia.
Lunyo.
Lunia.
Lunyo.
No, you're wrong. It's like this. Lunia. Okay, Lunia. No. Okay, fuck it. You're Russia.
Russia,
Call
yeah.
him Russia. Anyway, these questions from our Russian listener, Dimonchik.
Yeah. Demonchik.
He seems to be very curious about Japan.
Okay.
He's asking a
And he
bunch of...
came out here. He was here.
He was here, and it seems like coming to Japan made him even more curious about Japan.
Okay.
So he's asking about buying an apartment or renting. Like, do most people buy or rent? And he's curious, what percent of your salary do you pay for your rent? Because this is very different depending on the country. For example, where I'm from in Vancouver, people generally pay almost half of their salary to their rent or their mortgage, their loan, right? His question is, what percent do people pay in Japan? Now, we'll have to just kind of guess. I would guess that people pay about 25 to 30% of their salary for rent. About 30, I'd say.
Yeah. Between 20 and 30.
Right?
Right now, I'm probably paying slightly less for just rent. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're splitting it with your wife. That's another thing.
Right.
If you're got two incomes, then of course, yeah. But anyway, I think generally around
20 to 30. Yeah.
around
would be the
30
average.
I think Sendai rent is cheaper, but
Yeah.
like most of Japan, I think people probably pay around 30%.
I would say that's almost the top. 25 to 30.
25
Yeah.
to 30. Yeah. And do most people buy or rent? It just depends, like anywhere.
Yeah. I can't really answer that.
It's pretty easy to buy. The loans are the rates are really low. They're really great.
Yeah.
And you can get a 35-year loan, mortgage. Didn't seem to be very difficult.
Yeah.
As long as you're not too old.
Yeah.
So if you're less than if you're under 40,
Yeah.
it's quite easy to buy a place.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really have any experience with this, so I can't answer it with any sort of factual basis. But knowing the amount of people that I know and having lived here for a long time, yeah, it seems to be not that big of a deal if you don't own, but if you do own, it's not affecting you greatly. Like your payments are not that much more.
It's
or less.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was very surprised to find out how low our mortgage payments were.
Right.
So we were paying a lot more when we were renting
Right.
than we are now.
Right.
That we're paying a loan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And then he goes on. He has more questions about this kind of thing. He's asking about cars. Is it expensive to have a car in Japan?
I don't think so.
Not really.
No.
Right? It's pretty normal. You know, you pay a little for insurance, gas, of course.
You got to pay for parking here.
Parking is
Yeah.
expensive.
If you live in an apartment building and it doesn't have well, you still pay.
It
for the
often
park.
doesn't include
Yeah.
parking.
Yeah.
So if you go to rent a place, it's standard to have to pay quite a bit extra
Like
to
$100,
have
like 10,000 yen or something.
200
Yeah.
depending on the area to have a parking space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they asked us, like, do you want parking? It's like an extra whatever. And we said, no, thank you.
And he says, this is funny. He's like, he said something like, oh, when I came Japan, old cars so quiet, so silent, every road. He thought that the cars were very quiet.
Yeah.
I guess in Russia, they're like,
It's hard to have an old car here
yeah,
because
here,
of the shakken.
and that
Yeah.
is expensive.
Yeah.
So here's the answer, Mr. Demoncic. Having a car, buying a car, etc., driving a car, not so expensive.
Right.
But the government kind of forces you to buy a new car
Yeah.
quite often.
Yeah.
Because they have this very expensive inspection
Right.
every few years.
Yeah.
So your choice is like, okay, do I pay for the inspection on my old car?
Yeah. Or just buy a new one.
Or, and there's many incentives, many
Right.
perks, many benefits of
Right.
buying a new car.
Right.
Or do I just pay a little bit more and get a brand new car?
Right. Right.
Ooh, new car.
Yeah, I can't. I feel I've never seen more than like a 10-year-old car on the road.
Old cars are very rare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that could be kind of considered expensive, but most people pay for the inspection a few times and then
Right.
they just get a new car.
Right.
So it's not overly expensive to have a car, it seems. Nah, not too bad.
Not so much.
Yeah, and he's asking, why are they so quiet? Are all the cars electric? Well, some of them,
20 to 30% from what I gather.
around 30%
Yeah.
are electric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Good
what I've
answer.
heard.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Mr. Demoncic. Take that answer back to Russia.
Yeah, there's no old cars on the streets.
Very, very, very rare to
yeah,
see a car from the 1990s or
Oh my God, not even 2000.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all gone.
Yeah, they're just gone.
You know, our friend Russia.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. That's what his business was.
Yeah,
in
he would
Japan.
sell used cars, right?
Yeah, he would buy used cars from Japanese auction sites
Right.
and put them on a boat
Yeah.
and send them back to Russia
Right.
and sell them in Russia.
Right.
It was a good business, but his business really depended on the exchange rate.
Right.
So when the exchange rate, like when the yen was weak, he would just have tons of business.
Right.
But then when the yen went up,
Right.
his business would go way down. So it was a tricky business.
Right. Right. I've never owned a car, so I have zero experience with this. But having lived here, having people who do own cars, yeah, they tend to get a new car between like 8 and 12 years. Every 8 and 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. Rich, let's look at this video one more time.
Trump.
So amazing.
Trump.
Donald Trump. Who'd have thought he's a teacher talk fan?
Yeah, who'd have thought?
Look at this.
Abe Lawson, smart guy. I've known him a long time. Frankly, he's doing
Not
a
that
fantastic job with a podcast. His podcast is tremendous. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are listening. Other podcasts by other foreign people in Japan, frankly terrible. Disasters, but Abe's very smart and he's doing fantastic. We love Abe. We love Canada. We're going to make it the 51st state.
First date. Yeah. Well, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Welcome Canada into the American system. Come on in, 51st state.
Come get us.
Come get us.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Let's join forces.
Let's round this podcast out. You can be proud to be an American soon, Abe.
Well, I want the name to change
Well, whose name?
from America. You know, we got to have Canada in there. Like
All right.
the United States of Canmerica.
Canmerica. Loving it.
Something like
I'm loving it.
Anyway, guys, please come to 55freebird.com.
Oh, shit. Damn. The birthing
The bird is flying high.
bird.
Come to 55freebird.com. Check out my goods. I'm still selling goods, guys. I got these 700 tote bags. I got these t-shirts. I got beer holders. Buy 2 t-shirt or tote bag or whatever. Get a free beer holder.
Oh,
2 items, free beer holder.
nice.
And yeah, thank you very much. The leader of the free world. Tremendous, he said, Rich. So
Many listeners.
we'll continue to have tremendous podcasts.
Tremendous audience.
Send us your questions for Trump. Okay, bye-bye.